I'm taking over Liverpool for 10 seasons with the goal of making them the best club in the world. But wait, what does that even mean? Is it just about winning trophies? I mean, yeah, to be the best, you gotta win a lot of silverware. So our main goal today is to win 25 trophies over the decade. But Liverpool is more than that. They're also famous for developing their local lads. And that's why our second challenge is gonna be to develop 4 local Liverpool players to a 90+ rating. This takeover is gonna be really challenging because we're gonna have to carefully prioritize between building the best possible team to win all the trophies, but also trusting our youngsters and giving them opportunities. But here we go, boys. Season 1 with Liverpool. And Arne Slot has done us a solid, boys, because this team is in a really good spot. To be fair, I should be giving more credit to Jurgen Klopp, because this team still feels like a Jurgen Klopp team for the most part. But that's also going to make this takeover really challenging in the later seasons, because players like Mo Salah, Van Dijk, they're all towards the latter stages of their career. But hey, Mo Salah is still 91, Van Dijk is 90. While they're super high rated, we're gonna make the most of them. By the way, I forgot to mention that we have 3 more challenges that we're gonna try and complete. One is to achieve a 100-point season in the Premier League. Come on, man. Man City did it and became the Centurions. I want to do that with Liverpool. Also winning 3 Champions League titles. And also having a Ballon d'Or winner from Liverpool. Maybe this could be Salah, who knows? But okay, let's focus on sorting the team out for season 1. I'm already a big fan of Arne Slot's tactics, so I don't think we need to change that. But yeah, for this first season, this Liverpool team is absolutely brilliant. I mean, we've got a World Cup winner in McAllister, the best centre-back in the world, Van Dijk, Alisson in goal, Trent is still here. I can still think of a few improvements that we can make, mainly in that striker position. Maybe that's somewhere I think Liverpool are lacking. Jota's okay, but I always see him as more of a winger. Nunes just now, we're not trusting him. I think for this first season, all we need to do is bring in a really good striker that kind of fits into Arne Slot's tactics. And to be fair, our budget is only going to be good enough for 1 striker. Liverpool are known to be a bit stingy, but before we get into making signings, one thing we need to figure out is which of the local Liverpool lads we're going to focus and develop. I think one of them has got to be Connor Bradley. I know this kid's got potential, and if we play him week in, week out, he's going to get to that 90+ rating. Jarell Quansah is another one, 75 rated now, but there's potential. I mean, with Van Dijk being 32, Quansah could be the guy to replace him. That would help us with the objective. But yeah, the rating would be an issue. Harvey Elliott, 100%. We need to invest in his stocks. I think this kid's a baller. With Mo Salah aging, maybe he could be the one to fill that spot. You never know. Then there's Ben Doak as well, who's already out on loan. And talking about loans, I think if we're serious about developing the likes of Harvey Elliott, Bradley, and Quansah, we need to loan them out. I think we should be fine squad depth-wise without them. But if we keep them at the club, it's going to crush their potential. We need to loan them out to clubs where they can play 100% of the games. And maybe next season when they're back, they can fill in the gaps. And that's another thing we need to talk about, because there will be gaps. Both Trent and Mo Salah, I think, will be leaving the club. Their contracts are expiring. I know we can renew them, but in real life, apparently, Salah is not going to renew with Liverpool. He's going to be a free agent. The same with Trent. I've been seeing a lot of Real Madrid rumors about him, but maybe this would be an opportunity for the likes of Elliott and Bradley. They could replace them if they grow really well on this loan spell. And there you go. The loan offers have started to come in. Quansah for a couple of years to Villarreal. I think that sounds really good. And also, we've just loaned out Harvey Elliott. I know this is going to impact our squad depth just a little bit, but I think to grow Harvey Elliott, this is the play. And we've sent him out to Aston Villa. I think that's the perfect club for him to get game time. And this is probably a weird one, because we've loaned out Connor Bradley to Barcelona. Oh, I really hope he gets game time there, because they've already got Jules Koundé. But yeah, guys, I really do think we still have proper squad depth. All we need to focus on is getting a new striker, because I feel like that's what this team's missing. A goal machine. And I actually have a few strikers that would perfectly fit our system. Lautaro Martinez is one of them. 88 overall. We know he's all about goals. But then there's Alexander Isak. He's an absolute machine too. But there's one striker in football right now who's in the form of his life. Julian Alvarez. And one reason I kind of want to sign him? Have you seen this man play? He presses like a madman. And that's kind of what Liverpool is all about. The gegenpress play style. Alvarez just fits perfectly. And also, if we pull this transfer off, it's going to annoy Man City. They had Julian Alvarez. They chose to let him go. We're going to bring him back to the Premier League, and he's going to be destroying Man City. Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. How much is this going to cost? Is a 70 million offer going to cut it? And wow, Diego Simeone just kicked me out. I think to afford Alvarez, I'm going to have to sacrifice Jota. Oh, but Arsenal are coming in with an offer. I don't want to sell him to a direct rival. Nah, I'm rejecting this. Also, look at the cheek of Man City to try and sign Van Dijk. I rejected that too. Do you know what? I don't have a problem selling Jota to Chelsea. I don't think Chelsea are going to trouble us that much in the Premier League title race. They're not that good these days. This could really come back and bite me. But now we do have the money to sign Julian Alvarez, and for 85 million, we're bringing the Argentinian back to the Premier League. But this time, he's going to be in red. I like the look of this Liverpool team. I think we are good enough to win the Premier League. I know we've got a few low-rated players like Szoboszlai, but since he's only 23, I think he's going to grow a lot. But yeah, I think Robbo is a player we need to replace. He's 30. He's been a loyal servant to Liverpool, but I think now is the perfect time to cash in on him. I mean, we've already got 46 million, but now we're getting another 32 from the sale of Robertson. He's off to Spurs, and I think we can use this money to sign someone like Katioglu. He's not as high rated as Robbo, but he's only 24 with a lot more potential, and for 45 million, we have signed him up. And I think that's it for our transfers for Season 1. But I think we've done a good job, boys, reducing the average age of the squad. But yeah, we are managing Liverpool, so there's no room for mistakes. From the first season itself, we need to be winning the big trophies. All right, guys, we've made it to the end of Season 1. And as we're managing Liverpool, it does feel good to see Man United struggling in 10th. The question is, though, where have we finished? And ooh, Arsenal 7th. Aston Villa in the top 4. Man City 3rd. Surely we've won it. And yes, we have. Premier League in the first season itself. Trophy number 1. Wait a minute, guys. We destroyed the Premier League. 100-point season. Bro, I thought that was a challenge that it would take a few seasons for us to achieve. But we've done it in the first season itself. Okay, not everything is good. We didn't win the FA Cup. Not even the Carabao Cup. I'm surprised. Oh, and we had a stinky Champions League run, finishing 18th in the league phases. But we're through in the playoffs. Oh my days. Winning 12-11 on penalties in the round of 16. We also knocked out PSG. Bro, this is crazy. We've knocked out Atletico and we've made it to the final of the Champions League. Okay, I shouldn't be surprised. This team is ridiculous. Look at the stats from our attack. Luis Diaz absolutely stepped up. But Julian Alvarez with the goals and the assists. Mo Salah did a solid job in what could be his final year for the club. But come on, boys. Let's get that Champions League number 1 with Liverpool now. Surely we can win this final. And no. Bro, I expected us to easily beat Inter. Nah, that's a massive upset. Even though we've just had a Centurion season, feels like we failed this year. Because we could only win 1 trophy. Oh, and things are only going to get harder for us because next year Mo Salah won't be here. He signed a pre-contract with Juventus. But wait, what? Trent has signed a contract with Man City? Well, this is going to make Season 2 a lot more difficult. And bro, this is actually painful. We're starting off Season 2 with Mo Salah walking out. To be fair, leaving Liverpool as a Centurions Premier League winner, a Champions League finalist, I still think is pretty good. But now in Season 2 is where this takeover is going to get spicy, because we're going to have to replace both Mo Salah and Trent. And I think I've already got a plan with Harvey Elliott, who's back from his loan spell. And look at that, up by 3 overalls to 81. I've just made him a right midfielder, and I think this is the perfect opportunity for us to trust a young Liverpool local lad. We need to develop 4 such talents. We've got to start somewhere, and I know it's going to hurt having an 81 overall attacker in the starting 11. But hey, if we trust him now, in a few seasons he could be 90+ rated, so let's take that bet. And I'm doing the same exact thing with Connor Bradley. I know he's 79, but we're making him Liverpool's first choice right back this season. And yo, look at this. A lot of youngsters have come back from their loan spell. Well, it's not just youngsters, but even Mamadashvili. Oh, I completely forgot. Liverpool had signed him from Valencia, but then they loaned him back to Valencia for a year. And now he's back, and we've got a choice to make. There's no way we can have both Mamadashvili and Alisson in the team. And with Mamadashvili being just 24, there's potential for him to be 90+ rated easily, maybe even 95+. I think a sacrifice is going to have to be made. And it's done, boys. Alisson is leaving the club. It feels like an era is just over here at Liverpool, and we're in kind of a transition period, replacing some of the club's biggest legends. The good thing, though, is that with this extra 70 mil coming in, we do have plenty of cash, 200 million to bring in some new talents. Couple of things I think this squad really needs right now. An extra midfielder, because right now we have a bit of depth with Endo, but I think we could do with another quality midfielder. And also, here's the big one. I kind of want to replace Luis Diaz. I know he was our top scorer last year, but with Salah gone and Elliott coming in, I think we need a superstar player in that left midfield position who's guaranteed to give us goals and performances. And I don't think we're going to have a better option than Nico Williams. Just look at the pace, the directness that he'll bring to this Liverpool team. Perfectly fits our system. And I think if I try a swap deal with Luis Diaz involved, it shouldn't cost us that much. Probably like 20 million cash in Diaz. Okay, now we're going to have to up the cash. It's Nico Williams we're talking about. But let's try getting a deal done with 30. Okay, 36. I'm willing to do that. And we've now got Nico Williams in red. Actually, guys, for the midfield position, we've got this Tyler Morton kid, 76 rated, 22 years old. I think he should do just fine for squad depth. Oh, there's even Bachkatik. He's a player with a bit of potential. I mean, if we trust him, he could be the one to go above that 90 plus rating. But if that's the case, then it's probably better to loan him out. And well, there are already some offers. I think this Newcastle one is a loan deal and we'll, I guess, loan him out for a year. I'm doing the same thing for Ben Doak. We're going to loan him out. Wait a minute, this isn't Ben Doak or Bachkatik. Why is Chiesa suddenly walking out of our club? Guys, he's made his way to Napoli. I think his release clause was just paid because Napoli paid literally double his market value. Honestly, I'm not too mad because that means Elliot's going to be playing every single game this year. It's the best thing for his growth. Meanwhile, at least now we're seeing Bachkatik and Doak get loaned out. I'm really hoping some of our talents that are out on loan can perform really well and grow fast. Because yeah, for the challenge, we're going to need them back in our Liverpool team. Man, I gotta say, our team does look weaker than last year. I mean, there's no Salah, there's no Trent. Obviously, it makes a difference. But hey, it's a new era for Liverpool. We're trying to develop some talent. And to be fair, we've still got Van Dijk and a pretty solid team around him. I'm still expecting trophies. Wait a minute, guys. What on earth has just happened? 5th in the Premier League? We're not going to be in the Champions League next year. Is that the difference Salah and Trent can make? Okay, at least we did win the Community Shield. Trophy number 2 is in the bag. But no FA Cup. No Carabao Cup either. And Champions League, we put up a valiant fight making it to the semis, but we got knocked out. But yo, next year we're not going to be even in it. Did we make a mistake trusting the likes of Elliott and Bradley? Because to be honest, Harvey Elliott played every game this season and could only contribute 6 goals and 7 assists. Bradley did far better in the right back role. Bro, looks like soon we're going to have to make a choice. Do we go after trophies by ruthlessly signing the best players? Or do we stay patient with our academy talents, Elliott and Bradley? I mean, this is literally going to decide whether we get to 25 trophies or not. Season 3 and I've got no idea what to do. Logic says that we need to bring in a new right mid, someone of Mo Salah's caliber, probably a world-class right back too to replace Trent. We do that and I think we should be back in the Premier League title race, probably even winning it. But then we won't be able to develop youngsters like Elliott and Bradley. We've got to give them time. And I don't want to fail our youth challenge. So yes, I'm going to trust Harvey Elliott and Connor Bradley again. We have the money to sign world-class players, but since we've decided to develop youngsters here at Liverpool, let's give them a bit of time. Meanwhile, guys, Kwanzaa and Bachkatik are both back from their loan spell. They've grown quite a bit, but I think we got to loan Bachkatik again. He's not getting any game time with Gravenberch and McAllister. Kwanzaa's case is more interesting because he's up to an 80 overall. My plan with him is to make him Virgil van Dijk's successor, but I think Van Dijk can give us one more season. He's still 87 rated. In that case, it might make sense to loan Kwanzaa out as well. And there you go. We've loaned out both the youngsters. I think our long-term planning is absolutely spot on. We're focusing on the local Liverpool talents, but for the short term is where we're going to take a hit. We can't have another season finishing outside of the top 4. In fact, we need to get back to winning the Premier League. I don't know what signing I can make right now to improve this team, because the only logical improvements are the right mid and right back spot, which of course we've decided not to improve. Even the bench, I think, has got enough squad depth. I guess the only way we can win the Premier League is if Harvey Elliott and Bradley can pick up the pace, grow fast. We need them to do that. We're at the end of this season and it's time to find out whether our decision to trust the youngsters has paid off or not. Moment of truth, and yes, it has paid off. Back to winning the Premier League, trophy number 3. And this is why you gotta show a bit of patience with the youngsters, because look at Elliott and Bradley now. Harvey Elliott is up to an 86 overall and he scored 15 goals this season. Connor Bradley's got to pick up the pace, but still he's 83 rated. Oh, but we lost the FA Cup final. This is where maybe the youngsters aren't able to get the job done, the inexperience. Of course, we weren't in the Champions League this year. We were in the Europa League, but we don't make the final. In fact, we got knocked out in the semis. So far, guys, we're averaging like 1 trophy a season, which is simply unacceptable. But I think our team now is getting better than ever. Elliott and Bradley are getting to a really good overall as well. I think soon we should be seeing the benefits of trusting the youngsters. Season 4 begins with the sale of Virgil van Dijk. This was inevitable, guys. He's 37 now, I think. He's off to Inter Milan for his final few years. With that, I think the old guard of Liverpool is completely gone. And it's mad how young of a squad we've got. McAllister is our oldest player at the age of 28. We do have crazy money, man, and we can use this to sign a proper good replacement for Van Dijk. But I think this is going to be Jarell Kwanzaa's moment. Again, it's a bit of a risk putting in a young Kwanzaa to be the Van Dijk replacement. It's huge boots to fill. But we did that with Elliott, we did that with Bradley, and we won the Premier League. Also, we've got the likes of Ben Doak coming back from their loan spell. That should help us out more with squad depth. Loaning out Bachkatik, though, he's off to Aston Villa. Even though we've got him to like an an 81 overall, I still feel like a loan spell is best for him. He ain't playing ahead of McAllister and Gravenberch right now. But yep, guys, this is our team for Season 4. I think we've got what it takes to defend our Premier League. But my worry is the cup competitions, the Champions League and whatnot. Will our youngsters be able to cope? Well, if they can grow like crazy, maybe, yeah. End of the season, and this is big. Jarell Quansah is up to an 86. Okay, not as much growth with Elliot and Connor Bradley. But still, boys, the rest of the team is looking absolutely insane. And yes, that means that we've defended our Premier League title. Trophy number 4 is in the bag. And for the first time, we're winning multiple trophies, boys. Community Shield 2. Trophy number 5. Okay, no FA Cup. But this time, the Carabao Cup's in the bag. Trophy number 6. Oh my days, in the Champions League, we topped the league phase. We knocked out Dortmund. Oh, but AC Milan got the better of us. That's the one area where I feel this team is lacking, boys. We just don't have the experience in cup competitions. We need Elliot, Bradley, Quansah to really grow in their overall, and probably then we'll have a chance. We're now at the end of Season 5, and look at the growth on Elliot, Bradley, and Quansah. That is exactly what we needed. Bro, McAllister and Alvarez at a 94 overall, Szoboszlai 93. This Liverpool team is absolutely crazy. Oh my days, just look at Alvarez's stats. That is ridiculous. It's Ballon d'Or worthy. 49 goals is just crazy. And bro, there's Nico Williams who scored 41 as well. Harvey Elliott's gonna need to put up better numbers. He's growing in his overall, but the numbers need to be better. But yeah, with Alvarez and Nico, there was no way we're losing the Premier League. Trophy number 7 is in the bag. Make that 8 with the Community Shield. 9 with the FA Cup. Ah, it's such a shame we lost the Carabao Cup. Otherwise, we would have clean swept every trophy in England. But we do still have a chance to win the treble. Champions League final against Juve. Now, I remember, guys, we lost the Champions League in the first season, and back then we had Mo Salah. But I think our squad now is way more balanced, higher rated. So let's go out there and get our first Champions League. And no! How if we lost again? McAllister missed the penalty. I can't believe this. He still ended up scoring, but it's not enough. How are we losing 2 Champions League finals, man? We're now in Season 6, and looking at our challenges, we're really not doing good on any front. Trophies-wise, we're not going to hit 25 like this. Now, at least the youth development part is going well, as Elliot's 88, Bradley's 85, Quansah's almost at a 90. And actually, even Bachketik's back from his loan spell. He's 85. I think we're going to make him a part of our squad now. But yeah, in terms of Champions League titles, we've got 0 out of 3. To be fair, I think we've just been really unlucky. I think this team is more than good enough of winning the Champions League. And maybe now the team has got the experience it lacked before. I'm just thinking if there's a signing I can make to improve this team, but right now, it doesn't look like it. I think the ratings of our players are absolutely insane. All we need is a bit of luck. But at least it looks like we are going to complete one of the challenges, because Julian Alvarez has just picked up the Ballon d'Or, beating Haaland and Vinicius. Do you know what? Even though we didn't win the Champions League last season, 49 goals in a season is no joke. Alvarez deserves the Ballon d'Or. With that, we've completed one more of our challenges. And looks like Alvarez is only getting better since winning that Ballon d'Or, up to a 96 overall. But wait a minute, Harvey Elliott is up to a 92 as well. That's one Liverpool youngster that we've developed. Even Quansah's made it to a 90. Let's go. Okay, we just need Bradley and maybe Bachketik to get to a 90 overall, and we're sorted. Meanwhile, boys, at the end of Season 6, this team is just ridiculous. Apart from Bradley, every player is 90 plus rated, and that's exactly why we've defended our Premier League title. And again, 100 points. I can't believe this, guys. We've gone Centurions twice. That's trophy number 10. 11 with the Community Shield. Oh, no FA Cup. We're still a bit wonky in cup competitions. No Carabao Cup either. And no way, guys. We got knocked out in the round of 16. Honestly, guys, I don't think we're doing much wrong. We've built an incredible team. Literally, there's not one position where I think we can make changes. Our oldest first-team player is Ibrahima Konate, and he's only 31. He's still got a couple of good years in him. What we're missing is a bit of luck. And let's hope in Season 7 the footballing gods are with us and we can at least make the Champions League final. Well, maybe if you guys subscribe to the channel, we'll get there. Well, in the Premier League, at least we show our consistency, winning the league again. Trophy number 12. Make that 13 with the Community Shield. 14 with the Carabao Cup. Ah, we don't win the FA Cup. But no way, guys. Knocked out in the Champions League by Man City, this time in the quarters. I refuse to believe this is actually happening with this team. How have we not won a single Champions League? This is one of the most cracked teams you can build in career mode. Harvey Elliott is 94. I'm sure Bradley will get there soon enough. Bachketik's growing. We've got incredible squad depth too. This makes no sense. Guys, we're now in Season 8 and I'm just shocked that we've not won more Champions Leagues. Do we actually need more signings in this squad. I refuse to believe that because just look at the overalls. What I think we can do is maybe get some squad depth for the right back position, as well as maybe another good centre back to come on at some point. I guess the money's there to do that, so let's get it done. I remember there's a certain Neco Williams who used to play for Liverpool. He's 81 rated, and yup, I think he should do the job as a backup right back. Who can we now get as a backup midfielder? I mean, this guy looks like he's got aura. Ayub Buati. Plus, he plays for Man City. I wouldn't mind weakening them. We've now even improved the squad depth of this team. Every bench player is 80 plus rated. Surely this is the season we can win the Champions League. End of season 8, and we need to make it to the Champions League final. Good thing is we finished top 8 in the league phases. Round of 16, we've destroyed Barca. That's more like it. We've knocked out Roma, and we get through Real Madrid. This has to be our season, man. We're facing Dortmund. Every player in this squad is now 90 plus rated. Even Connor Bradley. That's now 3 Liverpool talents that we've developed. But it's now all about the Champions League final. We can't lose a third final. This is surely it. And yes, boys, we just about get it done. 2-1 against Dortmund. Alvarez scoring the winner. That's trophy number 15 in our first Champions League. Oh, but of course, if we do well in the Champions League, we had to bottle the Premier League. We lost by a couple of points. At least we do win the Community Shield, so we're up to 16 trophies. Make that 17 with the FA Cup. 18 with the Carabao Cup. It's such a shame that we couldn't win the Premier League, but I still feel we can get to 25. Actually, I think we can complete all our challenges. We just need to be perfect for the remaining 2 seasons. Okay, but for season 9, I think I'm gonna have to make a big decision. Selling Alexis McAllister, who's 95 rated. I know you guys are losing it in the comments on why I've made this decision. It's not because of his age, because Alexis McAllister could have easily given us a couple more good years. But yes, I have sold him to Newcastle. And the reason is I need to make Bachkitic a starter. He's the only Liverpool Academy player that hasn't gone up to a 90 plus rating. And if we want him to get there, he's gonna have to play week in, week out. So yup, for this season, looks like our squad's been weakened a little bit. But come on, man, this team is still more than good enough to go back to back in the Champions League. And looks like there is indeed hope. We've made the final against City. But before that, we're back to winning the Premier League. 19 trophies. Make that 20 with the Community Shield. 21 with the FA Cup. This Liverpool team is now unstoppable. Okay, we got stopped, guys. We didn't win the Carabao Cup. And we lost the UEFA Super Cup. But we could still win Liverpool the Champions League. Even though we don't have McAllister, I think Bachkitic has stepped up. We do need him to grow a bit more, but 88 is still fine for now. But let's see, boys, if we can make it to trophy number 22. Can we get our second Champions League? Yes, we can! And Bachkitic actually scored. That is crazy. We're now in season 10, and there's only 3 things we need to do. 1, we need to somehow get Bachkitic to a 90 plus overall. And I think since we played him all season last year, there's a good chance Dynamic Potential can get him there. But also this season, we need to win 3 trophies to get to 25, and one of them needs to be the Champions League. We gotta literally 3-peat the Champions League if we want to complete all our challenges. I'm looking at this team to see if we need any signings anywhere. But now, boys, I don't think there's any player that can improve this team right now. We've built a super Liverpool team. I mean, look at Szoboszlai. We've even got him to a 96. Alvarez already was 96. Neco Williams looks crazy. It's time to see if we can get the job done in the final season. And okay, this is perfect. We start off the final season with the Premier League trophy number 23. Make that 24 with the Community Shield. 25 with the FA Cup. We don't win the Carabao Cup, but it's fine. We're on 25 trophies. Make that 26, actually, because we've got the UEFA Super Cup as well. And that actually means we've completed our 3rd challenge. But guys, we still need to win our 3rd Champions League. I don't know if we've got what it takes to go 3 in a row, but we have made the final again, and it's against Stuttgart. Please, man, this is the moment of truth. Just look at the team we've built. Harvey Elliott is up to a 97. Come on, get me that Champions League, and yes, 3-1. Harvey Elliott scored as well. Trophy number 27. We've completed our 4th challenge. That now means the only challenge we've got left is to have 4 Liverpool Academy players to a 90 plus overall. But I remember in that Champions League final, Bachkitic was still at an 89. But wait, guys, there is still about a month that we can use to get Bachkitic to grow. And yes, boys, that is enough to get him to a 90 overall. We've completed all our challenges with Liverpool. And honestly, guys, this takeover was special because we built a ridiculous team. Now, if you enjoyed this journey with Liverpool, I'm sure you'll enjoy me taking over Aston Villa for 10 seasons. That was a lot more difficult than this. Click here.